What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, what I'll be doing is going over how you can master piece control in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7 and future seasons. It'll include some of the best tips and techniques you can use to improve, as well as a brand new map which has some of the most useful updated drills that you can use to improve your piece control. If you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like on it and consider subscribing as well if you want to see more content just like this in the future. And if you want to support the channel a bit extra, then consider using code Teckoh in the item shop, as it's completely free and it really does help a lot. With that said though, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to do in this video is kind of define piece control for you guys and tell you what exactly we're trying to accomplish here with this video. To put it simply, the goal of piece control is to, as the name implies, use your build pieces to control the fight. Typically, this is going to consist of boxing in your opponent or trying to get control of their build so you can go for easy and safe shots on them. With that said, now that we understand what we're actually trying to accomplish here, my first tip for this video is to start watching pro players and really keep an eye out for the piece control techniques that they use. Pretty much every pro player uses piece control in their fights, and whether you want to hop on YouTube and watch some tournament highlights or watch them live on Twitch, either way, it's really critical that you watch pro players to try and keep up with the meta and try to learn some of the more useful techniques. Obviously, if you see a pro player using the technique in a real fight, then it's probably worth using that technique. As an example, I want to show you guys a fight from Mongrel. Starting off this 2v2 duo fight, he goes for a shot on a low ground player but misses. The opponent boxes up above, and Mongrel decides to try and get in after Mr. Savage hits a snipe on the player. When the player goes up, Mongrel knows that he's going to try to box away from him or disengage, so as Mongrel goes up, he places a cone and floor above his opponent along with 2 more walls to box him in fully, and then he gets the easy kill since his opponent really can't go anywhere.
Going for the season start.
Another great example of piece control from this same match comes along later when Mongrel and Savage run into a fight at Boney Burbs. After knocking one player who jumps into Savage's box, the player's teammate is left alone and clearly wants to make his way out. Instead of actually letting him escape and potentially letting him heal back up or even get away, Mongrel quickly jumps down, places a wall to block any shots the player might go for, edits a top right triangle so he can go for a safer peek, and is able to grab the easy kill because his opponent is completely boxed and doesn't really have anywhere to go.
I just get booked like fish, mate.
So as you can see, those are just 2 quick examples of piece control moves you can utilize in game to easily clean up kills. You can really see from just these 2 clips how powerful piece control can be, and that's a prime reason why I recommend you watch pros. That way you can actually learn and understand what they do and when they do it. As well as that, guys, let me know down in the comments if you'd like me to do like a full VOD review style video showing like some pro techniques and stuff like that, as I'm happy to do that if you all want it. Moving on from that though, the next tip I have is to take the techniques you learn, whether you learn them from pro gameplay, your own experience, or from one of my videos, and try to practice peeking optimally on them. I'm telling you guys, you can do the most advanced piece control combo in the universe, put your opponent in a box and make them look like a complete robot, but if you're overly exposing yourself when you do the technique, you're basically just making the whole piece control aspect useless. When you're going for a piece control technique, always try to make sure you're going into a right hand peek or generally not exposing yourself much. Boxing your opponent is great and all and can put you at a big advantage, so make sure not to throw away that advantage by going for a suboptimal angle or peek. With all that said, in this next part of the video, I want to show you guys an awesome new map by my boy Don Wazzy, which is his Scavic piece control map. When you load into this map, you might notice that the lobby looks quite a bit like his original Scavic's aim trainer map if you've played it, except this one is obviously a piece control map instead of an aim trainer. With that said, you can start by grabbing any weapons you'd like behind you. This map has a huge selection of weapons, so you can really choose whatever you want. From there, you're going to have 17 different piece control scenarios to choose from, as well as the piece control free build area and the free build meta area as well. Starting off with the drills, basically you're going to have 17 drills to choose from, and you can just shoot at one of them to start it up. As you probably expect, 17 drills is a bit too much to cover in this one video, but you can see a few examples in the background gameplay. Overall, these scenarios are all really useful and can help you improve a ton if you do them consistently. I recommend you run through a few different scenarios each time you get on and try to choose different ones, that way you get a variety of practice. One example might be doing like 4 scenarios each time you get on, or 5 scenarios or whatever. Moving on on from that, the next section is the piece control free build, where you're basically trying to build around a bunch of different structures, trying to go for edits, piece control techniques, and whatever you want to do against them. This section only has a few targets, as you're really just meant to get warmed up and try to practice the mechanics of some of your techniques. I find this area to be super useful when it comes to getting warmed up and practicing techniques on the go without the pressure of having an actual player in front of you. And finally, the last section of this map is something brand new, and it's called the free build meta. In this section, you're basically able to completely free build without the structures in the way like the piece control free build has, and your goal is to essentially implement piece control into your free build and actually shoot at the targets. This is really good practice for trying new techniques and can help you improve dramatically when it comes to implementing piece control into build fights and mixing piece control and free build techniques together. Finally guys, in this map you're also going to have a bunch of other map options which you can check out for general improvement, including the Finest Practice Hub, Scavix Aim Training Map, one of Fortnite's featured maps, box fight duels, and the Scavix 1v1 map. So if you're looking to add some other maps into your arsenal or just check out something different, you can also check out the other maps in this map's lobby. Finally guys, if you're doing any scenario and want to head back to the map lobby to move on to another scenario, all you've got to do is emote and you're going to get sent straight back there. I just wanted to bring that up real quick as some people tend to get confused on that. Overall though, that's going to be it for the Scavix piece control map. Big shout out to Don Wazi for making this map and giving me early access so I can cover it in this video. If you're interested in checking out his map, the code is going to be 2006-6390-1071. I strongly recommend you guys give it a shot. This map is absolutely incredible and has pretty much everything you're going to need for piece control. Finally guys, my last tip of this video is to really just make sure you're practicing your shotgun aim consistently so you can make good use of your piece control techniques. Once you learn all these techniques and really get insane piece control, it's also going to be really important that you can hit your shots consistently, so it's really beneficial to practice your shotgun aim as often as possible. That way you can maximize your use of these techniques. I did upload a video pretty recently about shotgun aim, but to quickly cover some of the strategies here, the main thing I recommend doing for your piece control aim is Raiders 1v1 aim map. The map has a ton of incredible shotgun aim scenarios you can do with another player, along with a bunch of other stuff like SMGs, ARs, gliders, and a ton of stuff like that. Obviously the main goal here is to improve your shotgun aim, but you can also check out the other sections if you want. With that said, the code for that is going to be up on screen right now if you're interested in checking it out. As well as that, you can also do something like Kovacs if you're on PC, which I've made a few videos about in the past, along with Scavix in-game aim trainer if you're not on PC or just don't have access to Kovacs. You can access the Scavix aim trainer either by putting in the code or just going through Scavix piece control map, which is the map we showed earlier. But I'm going to put the code on screen right now if you want to use that separately. With that said, I went much more in depth in my shotgun aim video when it comes to aim, so I strongly recommend you take a look at that video after that one is done, since it'll cover some really useful maps you can use to improve your shotgun aim. And obviously that should carry over to many aspects of your gameplay, including piece control. With that said though guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video on how you can master piece control in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7 and for future seasons. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on it and consider subscribing as well if you want to see more content just like this in the future. And if you'd like to help me out and show some extra support, you can also use code Teckoh in the item shop, as it's completely free for you and it really does help me out a ton. Thank you all for watching this video though, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.